Hi and welcome to another reading with me, Leenna. So today we're going to be looking at a Mercury Retrograde spread as we're coming into it just in the shadow of the Mercury Retrograde as I record this. So I thought we'd have a look at love and romance because a lot of the time it can bring up old issues with love or old relationship issues, and it's also usually not the best time to begin a brand new relationship because it can sometimes end at the end of that Mercury retrograde period or the following one, and it can be quite karmic at times. So I thought we'd get a bit of a heads up here. And I didn't put any stones here, so let me just put them here, and there we go. And we can get into it. So I'm going to use the Romance Angel cards, the Sun Oracle. We're going to look at the best outcome with the Sugar Magazine Dream cards. And I'm probably also going to use, without trying to make it too long, the Manga Tarot and probably my own cards as well, if needed. And we'll get into it. So this will be number one. This is very roughened Angelite. This is what it looks like when it's been in your bag for a couple of years and it's tumbled itself into roughness again. And this is some Moonstone, not the usual one we use in these videos, but it's another one because I do love Moonstone. And then we also have some lovely rose quartz. So make your choice, 1, 2, or 3, and we're going to get started for your Mercury retrograde. So before I go into it, I just wanted to let you know that from August 12th to August 18th, I'm going to be running a writer's course using tarot to improve plot and characterization. So if you're a writer or if you're a creative that's just very interested in using tarot and oracle cards as prompts, then you may be interested. I'm going to put the link below. It's being hosted by Savvy Authors, and if you're a member at Savvy Authors, you can do the course for $25, and if you're not, it's $35. And if you register before the 5th of August 2019, you're going to get $5 off, which makes it extremely affordable to almost everyone. So do check it out if you're interested. The link is below. So let's get on to option number 1, with our roughened Angelite. Let's look at love and romance coming for you over this next Mercury retrograde period. While I'm recording this, it's going to be the one of July 2nd, I think, up to August. Well, July 2nd up to August, July 30th or somewhere around there. So you've got attraction, and you've also got inheritance and rebellion. So I think for many of you, you're going to be finding yourself thinking about your first love, especially if it was a love that your family did not approve of, and that it might have been your Romeo and Juliet story. Or it might have been that you weren't allowed to date, or you weren't allowed to do much at that time. And you're going to be thinking about them a lot, about how rebellious you were, and how your family reacted to it. And you're going to be looking at it with new eyes, with maturity, and you're going to be seeing yourself in a new light. Now, if for some of us, it could have been that it was even a friendship that didn't get a chance to develop into a romance. And there's a few of you that may be wondering if it's, what if things had been different, what would have happened? So you're almost being very nostalgic, and you will see signs and perhaps go to places that reminded you of either your first love or the very first person that you were truly sort of imagining a life with, but there was something, probably family or culture, that stopped you going into it. So let's see what your Manga Tarot cards say. We've got the Hanged Man, the King of Pentacles, and the Princess of Pentacles, which I think is the Page of Pentacles. And I'm just going to add another 3. Oh, you've got lots of pentacles, so a lot of family issues. So it could be that you're just feeling nostalgic because a lot of family issues at the moment. If you are married, then your spouse is probably seeming very unexciting to you at this time, and you could have started a new course or started a new job, and it's bringing in a lot of emotions or ideas that may have been repressed over the last 4 to 8 years, and now you're rediscovering aspects of yourself that you thought you'd forgotten, or that you thought that you dealt with, and they're reawakening passion and love in your life. And you feel a little bit rebellious, but you don't really know what to do with it. So you're putting a lot of your energies, this Mercury retrograde, into your studies, into your work, and you're making a lot of money, which is good. But you're feeling kind of stuck, and you want to change. So let's see what else we can do, what else is happening for you. And I just want to shuffle these a little bit more, and let's see what we've got for you. So you've got Situation No Win reversed, all the cards reversed, Closer Than You Think, Karma reversed, and See Through reversed. So I think you're going to be getting a break, that you may be feeling very, very stuck, and you're not realizing that there's an end in sight, there's a change coming, and it's coming quicker than you can currently imagine. And all you need to do is kind of work through this, take note of your new passions, take note of what you really want in life, and use that to move through. Many of you, may change your relationship or change your status during this time, or take the first steps towards it. But because it's Mercury retrograde, it's not the time to act impulsively. It's not the time to act without research, and it's not the time to act without taking others' feelings and the consequences into consideration. But what you need to experience and explore here is, why are you feeling this, and what possible solutions are going to be there for you. So let's use the LeNormand to see what solutions may be at hand for you. And we're just going to pick 2, and these 2 came out together. So we've got the Coffin and the magnifying glass. So you need to change something, you definitely need to transform something, but you're not going to know what that is until you've explored this reason for this rebelliousness, why your feelings have changed for either your spouse or your current situation. And now that the karma is gone, now that you don't need to be in the situation or to, let things be stuck, it's asking you, what do you want to change? But it's not asking you to act, it's asking you to consider. So let's see what the best outcome from the next 3 weeks is going to be, or this Mercury retrograde, and you've got confidence. So you're going to be more confident in yourself. You're going to be probably feeling, at first, when you fell in love, whether you were feeling beautiful or handsome, and if you had that confidence, you're going to gain that back. But if you were feeling low self-esteem, and maybe that might have been part of the problem, you're going to be feeling that again, and then you're going to be finding your confidence through working through this. But whatever happens, you're going to be very confident. You're going to know who you are. You're going to know what you want by the end of this next Mercury retrograde period, and you're going to be more decisive and more in control of your life. And you, like I said, you're also going to have the money to do what you want to do, and to spend how you wish to spend. So if you are getting divorced, you may get finalized. You may get it finalized, but there's still some kind of attachment, probably financial. So your ex will not be completely out of your life, but you will have your confidence and you will feel this attraction again to other people. So that is what I had for you if you chose option number 1, which is the Angelite, only it's no longer polished. It's a very soft stone, and I probably should not have kept it in my bag like that, but I did, and yeah. Okay, so let's go on to option number 2, which is our Moonstone. And this is going to be what's coming to you in love and romance over this next Mercury retrograde period. So we're going to leave that aside, and you've got very soon enthusiasm and isolation. Interesting. So I think for most of you, you're going to find that if you have felt isolated in love, that you haven't had a chance to date, or you haven't had a chance to spend a lot of time with your beloved, that you're going to suddenly find that the next 3 weeks or the next Mercury retrograde period, you're going to be spending quite unexpectedly a lot of time together, and it's going to be full of fun and enthusiasm. You may be spending time alone together, so if you've been wishing for some very special quality time with your love or someone very special to you, then that's what you're going to get. And if you haven't been able to date, like I said, you're going to find a lot of people that are very enthusiastic about you, about wanting to meet you, and that you could very quickly go on some very special dates and enjoy all of them. So it's like you're coming out of isolation. But there is a part of you that also wants your space, and that's going to be a little bit defensive, so you're not going to allow people in very, very easily, and that you're still keeping a little part of yourself locked away. And it's because probably you're not quite decided who is right for you and what it is that you really, really want. So it's a bit of a balancing act for you, and I think it's good for you because you've kind of been stuck in isolation for quite a while, and now this other side of yourself is coming out, and life is showing you another side which is fun and playful and allows you to experience a lot more and gives you a lot more options. So it may take you even longer to decide than initially thought. So let's see what your Manga cards say. And you've got the the Two of Wands, the Chariot reversed, and the Page of Swords. You got the Queen of Pentacles, you got the Three of Wands, and you've got the Nine of Wands. So yes, you are being defensive, and that's because of this Page of Swords. You're not sure whether you can trust the people that you're meeting, and you feel it being Mercury retrograde, you feel it may not go anywhere, or you're waiting for a better chance to see something you're waiting for clarity, and you're getting a lot of messages, you're getting a lot of opportunity to talk to people, to explore different types of relationships or different types of experiences with different people. And most of you could date up to 3 people at this time, I think, maybe even more, or have 3 possible people around you. And you're going to be also feeling very confident, very sure of yourself, and you're going to have all that you need in terms of prosperity and abundance around you, but you're also going to be very careful in the way that you step and in the way that you're conducting yourself in these relationships. So you're not going to play with people's feelings, and you're going to pretty much tell them what you feel about them. And if you need space, you're going to be very truthful about it. But most of the time, you're waiting for people to be truthful with you. And if they're not going to do that, you're going to keep your defenses up. So you're looking for the most honest relationship, and one in which you can honestly be yourself. But I think with very soon you're going to meet them very soon, which is great. And let's see what your advice is. I get a good feeling for this. So even though I would usually advise not to get involved with new people, this Mercury retrograde is asking you to experience different types of people in a safe way. So it could be that you could go out with very different people who show you very different parts of yourself and who evoke very different feelings in you, and so you know exactly what you're looking for. And very soon after this Mercury retrograde, if one of them does not turn out to be the one for you, that you will soon after the Mercury retrograde meet the one that you're looking for. So I just shuffle the cards, and we got the coffin again, which number one had as well. So what's transforming is, again, you're looking for honesty, you're looking for someone who's playful and exciting, someone who matches your energy. And I just want to pick one more for you. We've got the bridge. You're looking for someone who can, yes, respond, respect, and appreciate the different parts of yourself, because that's what you're just discovering about yourself. And you want real communication. You want someone to make it very clear that they want you in their life. You're not going to play games, and you don't expect other people to play games. So if they don't speak up, if they don't act in a very decisive manner, you're going to cut them off and you're going to move on. And maybe this is why you like very quickly go through a series of dates or experience different people. So let's see what the final outcome of this is going to be for you. And you've got ambition. So I think if you don't meet someone that seems right for you, it's not going to phase you. You're just going to carry on with your work, and you're just going to carry on reaching your, you're going to keep going with this Queen of Pentacles energy until you find the right person. So it's not like you're desperate to be in a relationship. You're just enjoying figuring out the kind of relationship that is right for you. And I think a lot of things are going to happen in your life very quickly. And I think that when you do meet someone, they're going to be perfectly suited to who you are, because you're not going to settle for anything less. And they're also going to be very supportive of your ambitions, because you are very focused on your work, and you are very focused on your what it is you want to achieve. And like I said, you're going to take your time, and you're not going to rush things. But a lot of people may be desperate to spend time with you and to kind of snag you before someone else does. But it's like you have your pick, and you're not going to allow anyone else to pull the wool over your eyes. You're going to do your research, and you're going to take your time, and you're going to make sure that you end up with only the best, which is great. And I feel that despite everything, you're going to still end up meeting the right person for you very, very soon. So I think that was quite a nice one for you. If you chose option number 2, which was, where did it go? Here we go. Slippery, like you're gonna be trying to get out of the wrong clutches with the Moonstone. Okay, so we're gonna put that aside, and we're gonna go to our last option. If you chose the Rose Quartz, what's coming to you this Mercury retrograde in terms of love and romance? And you've got true love. Ooh, lucky you. That's awesome. And then you also have flattery and discrimination. So I think what's coming to you, some of you may not get into a relationship with your true love, but what you're going to be able to do is discriminate between true love and flattery. So you're going to be sending away all the players. You're going to be seeing people's actions and words for what they truly are, and you're going to be weighing them against what you know to be true love, or what you feel is true love, and what you truly need in love. And you're going to be able to tell them exactly what you think of them. So you're very similar to number 2. You're learning to discriminate. I think it's going to be a very sort of almost psychic time for you, and that you're going to, there's a lot of Venus there. You're going to find that words and this is like Gemini and Virgo, so it's all Mercury. It's all about talking. It's all about communicating in love, and it's showing you how people filter their feelings, how people filter their words, how people try to manipulate you in love. And you're going to recognize the people who are speaking with you from their hearts, and you're going to be able to better understand what you need from love, and to appreciate your true love if your true love is around you. For some of you, you may not meet them yet, but you will know what they would say to you to communicate that kind of love. So your tarot cards, we've got the 8 of Swords, the Sun, the Magician, which is almost like a sorceress here, the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and the 10 of Swords. So for some of you, you're going to see the true colors of the person that you're with, or that the people that are around you, not just in love, but also in friendships as well. A lot of you, especially if you have pets, you're going to get a lot of love and support from your pets, and their behavior is going to show you what unconditional true love is. So some of you may go through a difficult period. You may find that it's a sort of a life in a day type of situation, where the 3-week period of the Mercury retrograde kind of very quickly changes situations, shows you wonderful things, shows you what love really should look like, and then it may suddenly end or suddenly change through some kind of communication, or realizing that your energies aren't right, or something like that. Or it could also be that, like I said, you learn to discriminate and see through the illusions that people are trying to set up for you, to manipulate you in some way, and that's going to allow you to like I said, move forward. So you got unexpected adventure, the truth reversed, blending in, escape reversed, and one more. All the cards. I'm going to pick another one, hidden. So I think that you're just looking for some peace, and you're looking for something genuine, and you're looking for something that's also fun and maybe a little bit fairy tale-ish, but you're going to start to see that sometimes life doesn't go the way you expect in terms of love, and that you have to, just when you're least expecting it, something beautiful will happen, but you've got to recognize that something beautiful in order to appreciate it. So this one seems to have a lot of very different conflicting messages, but the main thing is that you're going to recognize true love through discriminating against the words and manipulation that has always been around you, or that people are trying to convince you is true love, and you're realizing that it's not. And you're going to find your power as well, but you're also going to feel very hurt probably by someone or some people's behavior. So with the book there, secrets are coming out, and again, people's faces, true faces, are going to be revealed. I just want one more for your advice. 2 came out. We've got the mice and the well. So what you have to guard against is getting jaded, getting cynical about love. because I think that for some of you it's almost like a coming of age or growing up or reaching a certain level where you realize that the kind of fairy tale you were waiting for is not going to happen, and that you need to let that go, and that someone who you really thought was your true love is really not, and you're going to have to allow yourself time to recover from that. But you have to also not let go of your deepest wishes to experience true love. You know, don't get jaded, don't get bitter about love. It's a phase that you're going through. It's like learning a lesson. It's learning to value yourself more and learning to choose what is best for you, and allowing yourself to make that choice. So the best outcome here you're going to get is travel. So that's cool. So you may find that with this change in your life, you're going to finally feel less guilty or more in charge of your life, so that you can travel. And I think that you will be traveling alone, and that you will be traveling, I think it could go two ways. Some of you could travel to your true love, or who you think is your true love, if there's a distance between you, and that will reveal the truths. And then you will travel to another place or even back home. And you're going to do so almost like being a different person when you do that travel at the end of the Mercury retrograde period or after the Mercury retrograde period. And that it's going to open up your world, and it's going to open up your possibilities in love. And that's why it's important not to be jaded, because I don't think you'll be allowed to be jaded, because I think your travel is going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be to very different places. And the way that you respond to people and people respond to you will be a way of broadening your definition of love and your experience of love. Like I said, you know, pets may be part of the way forward that heal you or that show you what true love is. And it could be that other people, friends, strangers who are very kind to you also show you a kind of unconditional love that helps you heal and helps you understand the many facets of the different kinds of love in the world. So that will turn your sad story around. But it is a story of growth, and I think that is what you're really getting from this Mercury retrograde, is growth and maturity, and showing you things that are hidden, that have been secret, that needed to come out, and also hidden aspects of yourself and your strengths, so that you are strong enough to travel by yourself without having anyone manipulate you or control you or tell you what makes you happy when really it doesn't suit you that much. So that is what I have for you if you chose the rose quartz. And you find that your true love is probably really different from what you're thinking it is at the moment. So that is what I have for you, and I hope you find lots of love and romance and beautiful friendships during this Mercury retrograde period, or reconnect to those old ones that are really special to you and that you were hoping you'd hear from soon. So you take care, have fun, and keep those vibes high. And if you're interested in that course, do check out the Savvy Author link below and sign up if you're interested. So take care, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.